This is a story about a British hero, a tank, and some dice. A story with good guys and bad guys. Man against machine. Can one man kill 3 tanks? We tried. Watch this battle. But first, some history. Market Garden is a story of ambition and defeat. Drop paratroopers. Race to Arnhem. Capture the bridge.
Pay attention and try and keep awake. Now this is our dropping zone for tomorrow. It's 6 miles out of the town, so we'll have to go as fast as we can for the bridge. Now there's a railway bridge here, a pontoon bridge here, and this is the big one here. That's our objective.
But the Germans were much stronger than expected. The road to Arnhem was too long. The bridge to Arnhem was a bridge too far. Many who jumped to liberate Arnhem never returned. The light paratroopers did well, but they were no match for the heavy tanks and the Waffen-SS. The Red Devils had the advantage of surprise on the first day. But the plan was over-optimistic. Veteran German troops quickly reorganized. Arnhem was suddenly far away. The Germans drove a wedge between Arnhem and Oosterbeek and counterattacked. Desperate paratroopers retreated to Oosterbeek to make their last stand. After an impossible defense, they escaped over the river. Battle lost. Plan failed. In this war game we refight a desperate delaying action of the Red Devils. The historical John Baskeyfield was a Market Garden war hero. Martin portrays him. He defends Oosterbeek against the Germans, Ruben and Carlos. During the chaotic retreat to Oosterbeek, Baskeyfield commanded 2 anti-tank guns. He and his crews destroyed a Tiger. 2 other German tanks returned fire and destroyed one of the 6-pounders. Under fire, he crouched to the undamaged gun and single-handedly destroyed 2 more. A German tank grenade killed Baskeyfield. His body was never found. The slowdown of the German tanks gave the British time to reorganize their defense. Otherwise the Germans would have surrounded Oosterbeek. Here's the battlefield today. Road in the center, river at the right. Baskeyfield defended the crossroads with his 2 6-pounders and a para-platoon. The Germans attacked with 2 Tigers, a Stug and 2 infantry platoons. Mortars gave supporting fire. We used the I ain't been shot mum rules. I ain't been shot mum works with hidden units that move over the table. A referee controls the flow of the game. Players must deal with the fog of war. In this scenario the British hold the town. The Germans enter from the west. The whole southern part is boggy. Dangerous for tanks. The Germans are stronger. But British forces and anti-tank weapons can be anywhere. At close range they're deadly.
Red Devils, wo seid ihr?
The scenario has a ticking clock. The Germans need a fast kill. If not fast enough, the German side loses.
You're supposed to die? How does that feel?
Well, I can handle that as long as I die on the board, on the table, and not in reality.
And what's the plan?
Well, die as slowly as possible and take as many with me as possible.
My Piat is placed here. My anti-tank guns are placed here, and my platoons are placed here, here, and here.
Ace Gunner Baskeyfield is placed in the center of the action, ready to rock and roll.
So the plan basically is to advance along the road, probably with our best armor, the Tiger. Hopefully it can withstand the anti-tank fire. On the right side, or on the right flank, we are going to advance with the veteran squads, and we will also advance on the river side with the less experienced troops.
Are you afraid to lose your tanks?
They're 6-pounders, so it should be handleable from the front. And if they are in any position to engage us from the side, which still has phenomenal armor, then they will be so exposed that they can be easily dealt with even the low-grade infantry.
So, let the games begin. This rule system uses card activation to control units. Life's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Carlos was slow but meticulous.
How much I can move with these blinds?
Ruben was Mr. Blitzkrieg.
Schneller! Vorwärts! Mach doch!
The Germans were faster than you can say Jack Robinson.
We have asteroids in the team.
Yes. Das Pervitin, das arbeitet gut heute.
Martin's Red Devils were tired.
I mean, I
They
don't
didn't
want to
move,
interfere.
but the Piat team had spotted targets. The Germans were prepared.
And we are concerned about the house along the road, so we will try to obliterate it either with mortar fire or with our tank guns.
Carlos' his veterans discovered the Piat team. The veterans quickly counterattacked. They also discovered a hidden paratrooper section. Carlos decided to destroy cultural heritage.
To demolish that house, that small cottage, the most beautiful house in the village, and the best shooting position. So we are going to use our heavy mortar, 80mm shells falling there.
You're a war criminal.
What?
You're a war criminal.
Yes, war criminal.
Carlos increased the pressure with his mortars. After a few turns and several misses, rooftops started to burn.
That will get you
The German attack was now gaining even more
right
speed.
behind the house.
German elite infantry threatened the British north flank. Other troops grabbed positions on the south.
Are you still having fun, Maarten?
Not so much.
Not really.
The Germans delivered on promise.
The most important thing is the speed. If we can push them hard early on, their hand is forced to use the limited resources they have.
Martin had no other option than to reveal his hidden guns and shoot. He first tried both guns, a shot in the dark, long distance. Then he used Baskeyfield's tank sniper superpowers. Ruben rolled. First a graze, then a shock. Martin, again.
Say hello to my little friend.
Close. Ruben, however, was damn lucky. Only a slightly damaged engine. And again, the Germans won.
Go ahead, make my day.
You did fantastic.
Good performance of infantry and very good luck in close combat. Close combat is brutal.
The real Baskeyfield probably had a better covered position than Martin.
I still don't know if it made sense to put my troops, my platoons at the back.
And our wargame generals, Carlos and Ruben, were more cautious than the original German commanders. They were luckier as well.
If you say if the games master says it's all bad luck, then he's probably right, isn't it?